Hello, good afternoon. Yes, afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day and amazing beginning of the week. Uh, I've been having some really strong urges to talk about consciousness today, so I'm gonna go with it. And I don't know how it's gonna come out because I'm not really sure what the message is just yet. However, is to do with the consciousness that we living in. Okay, so consciousness. I want you to imagine it as if it was a cloud that consists of a lot of thoughts. Okay, that you live in. Okay, this is your consciousness. So you are the. This is a state of a person, of yourself, the state of being. Okay, and the state in which you live and you exist. That is your consciousness. You are conscious of your reality because everything that surrounds you, you can use your senses in order to observe it, register it, and believe that this is true. Okay. And the reason this consciousness is a part of your experience, is a part of your life, is just because there are certain beliefs that you hold about life, about yourself, about your surrounding, and about with relation to everything that is a part of your consciousness, is part of your reality. The reason why you hold this consciousness, that you are a part of the consciousness and you experience the consciousness and you are conscious of your life right now, is because you hold certain beliefs. Okay, it's not the other way around. You don't just see things out there and believe that they're there. These things that are out there, they're there because this is what you believe. Okay, and this is an amazing revolutionary fucking truth. Okay, and if you can right now, just imagine yourself as a completely different person. For example, imagine in your head that I could imagine in my head that I could become Kasia, whose reality from now on will be that I'm going to be a person who climbs every week. Okay. And then I can go and sign up for a climbing center in a climbing center and then go there every week and decide that this is what I want. Obviously, this is going to be a part of my reality. First, I'm going to have to believe that this is possible for me, know why I want this. And obviously, because I enjoy it and I like it, I can make it part of my life if I want to, right? However, it's not going to happen if I don't see that in my mind first. Okay, that's why everything is belief based. You basically have to believe certain way first, in order for you to become that person, and be conscious of that person, of that new reality, of that new consciousness of yours. So now the good news is that if your consciousness is no good to you, if your consciousness that you are experiencing right now, this cloud that you are in, this reality you are in, because it's formed by your beliefs and by your thoughts. Okay, if you want to change it, if you want to become a person, a version of you that is a little different, that or is completely opposite, for example, there are obviously certain laws that you need to follow in order for you to pull yourself out of the consciousness of the old person and put yourself in sort of like you pull yourself out of the consciousness of a person who is experiencing certain reality that you, for example, not really satisfied with your reality, and then you just pull yourself out of that and then put yourself into a reality of a completely different person. It can be just one area of your life, like for example, I don't know, health wise, fitness wise, money wise, partner wise, work wise. Or it can be all of them. Okay, and that's great because the more you believe about yourself, that is supporting what you really want, and what you really want is the opposite of the thing that you are right now. If this is something that you are complaining about, get it? You're complaining about something, that means that this is a 3D, which is this matrix that you are in, this consciousness you are in. And this is its way to show you your desire. Okay, and the way humans are designed is that they build, because we are just more to what you already know, much more to what you already know about humans, right? we're not just little people who just walk around the planet and have no meaning to it and have no purpose. Everyone's got a massive purpose to do, and everybody is very valuable. And we hold an immense power of building the consciousness and building the reality based on what you're thinking or what we think and what we believing. Okay, it's just like basically our mind is like a magic wand. Okay, whatever you want, you get. However, programming that we've been going under for thousands of years up to now, and everything is crumbling, and the outside is showing us that everything is crumbling. There's more and more light coming into us, into our bodies, just to make us more aware of how we should be. What is a natural way of being for every human being, right? I can't just do this with my hair being this way, okay? And I can't touch it because I've just painted my nails. So the consciousness of you that you're not happy with, it can be easily changed into someone that you want to be. And this is perfect, okay? It's a beautiful truth. I'm really excited because obviously I've been working on it for years right now, and everything is coming together the way I know and I trust it should for me, okay? And I'm very excited to see how things unfold in front of me, and I have more trust and more trust and more trust, and I let go more and more and more, and therefore things are unfolding easier and easier for me. And this is just great because I started off with a lot of control, with a lot of things that I wanted to change myself, not understanding that the consciousness has got its ways to get itself into the way you want it in its natural course. Okay, so you don't really have to do anything, you just have to be certain way. Okay, and for you to be certain way is just to work on your mindset, work on what your beliefs are, what you're thinking about on a daily basis, not only about yourself but also about other people, about the thing that you want in relation to you. Okay, because obviously if you don't believe that you deserve something, if you don't believe that it's possible for you to do it or get it or be it, then you're not going to be it or do it or get it, right? Get it? And so the good thing is that you need to all you need to do is change your thinking to change your way of being, right? And that's it, because everything is belief based. And so far we've been in this consciousness of people who are suppressed, more like slaves, like you have no influence on whatever, you have no control over what's going on outside and everything, and what's going on in your life, and everything else is actually leading your life, and then you just have to follow the leaders or follow the experts and so on and so on. On the contrary, right? The more you listen to yourself, the more you listen to your intuition, the more you ask a question if this is something that you agree with, or that you are agreeing with, or this is something that you regard as true or not, and whether this is something for you or not, the more your intuition responds to you. We have an amazing and basically unprecedented opportunity right now to connect with ourselves, to connect with our inner truth. Okay, I think that it's never been this way before. The intuition, was an intuitive person here and there, and they were regarded as psychics or witches or whatever in the past, and the rest of people were just living the surface for the surface-ish life, right? Where they were just there. They were just shown, this is what you have to do, this is what you need to buy, this is what you need to take, this is what you need to earn, this is what you need to buy or get or cook or whatever. And people were going along with this because this is what they were convinced is good for them. Okay, and now more and more people are more awaken. There is like a massive collective awakening going on in the whole of the globe, and it's perfect because everybody is finally connected with themselves. They are starting to connect with the inner truth. They're starting to connect with themselves and ask themselves, is this serving me? Is this something that I need? Is this something that perhaps I could let go of right now? And whether it's a habit, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a friend, whether it's whatever, or even if in certain food, people are asking themselves. And often when you go with what your intuition is telling you, you can go wrong with it, because this is your inner truth and you are following the path that is actually made for you. The food that you eat might be good for you because if you ask yourself, this is good for me, is this good for me, is this serving me, or you feel drawn to certain food, then it can be serving you, but another person can be allergic to it because their purpose in this life is different. So they're going to need different nourishment. That's why there is not real truth out there for anyone. That's why listening to experts who has like a magic pill for everybody and magic solution and quick fix for everybody is pointless, because no one is going to tell you what's good for you apart from you. Okay, and if you listen to the experts on what you should do in a relationship, what you should be doing, what you should be eating, how you should be, how much you should be sleeping, how much you should be fasting, how much time you should be spending exercising, how many calories you should be burning, and so on and so on, then yeah, of course there are certain knowledge bases that other people have, which is really good just to go out there and sort of borrow, right, when it comes to technical things, which you just possibly not be able to do that. But still, then you should filter that through whether you agree with it or not, whether this is good for you, whether this is something that is gonna feel right. And feeling right is the key here. Okay, it has to feel right to you. Okay, if it doesn't feel right to you, whether this is with the behavior, whether this is something with someone responding to yourself, whether this is your job, whether this is your partner, whether this is your surrounding, or whatever, or your health or your diet, then if it doesn't agree with you, if it doesn't feel right for you, it's not for you. It doesn't feel right for you for a reason, because this isn't for you. You need to always do the things that feel right to you. You then feel, based on your feeling, you build a consciousness that is right for you. And this is going to be a consciousness that is aligned with you, that agrees with you, that is aligned with your inner truth. And that's how you get rid of everything else that's been blocking you in the past, everything else that's been untrue for you, and you've been lying to yourself, sometimes unknowingly lying to yourself about. And when life falls off of your space, of your consciousness, and your consciousness only consists of the beliefs and thoughts that are aligned with your truth, with what feels right to you, you then hold a different frequency. You then are calm, peaceful, and safe. You feel like you're doing the right thing because you're doing the right thing by doing the things that feel right to you. And by being that way, not following everybody else's advice, everybody else's beliefs, everybody else's thoughts and advice and stuff. I said advice. But you following yourself, you are doing the right thing because you are feeling it. You will feeling it right, and you feel right with yourself. You then can say that it feels great. That it really does, because you are not doing anything against yourself, even unknowingly, because when you don't know, you don't hold the knowledge on what you need and what you are and who you are and what you are here for, then you are more likely to fall into a trap of being the way that other people maybe want you to be, or they think you should be, or they advise you to be. So you just take their advice because you don't know yourself. But if you know the thing, because you tapped into your inner truth, because you tapped into your inner knowledge, because you checked in with yourself, because you listened to your inner voice, you listened to your intuition, you listened to the voice that is keep on giving you nudges what to do. Like I listened to the nudge today about recording myself on the consciousness, and I didn't know how this video gonna come out, and I really didn't. I was resisting it a little bit. I didn't really want to record it because A, I had other things in plan, and B, I know that it sounds crazy, but I still do it because this is what is going to be because that's what feels right to me right now. That's why I'm doing it, okay? And regardless whether I think that this is not the right way, if it feels right, you do it, regardless what you judge it as, okay? And this is the route, the quickest route to feeling great about yourself, to pulling yourself out of consciousness where you lie to yourself, when you live in your life against yourself. And there is one more thing. 15 minutes already. Oh, bloody hell. One more thing that is very important here to mention about consciousness is that there are habits. Okay, habits, they form consciousness as well, because habits are formed due to the structure of your thoughts and beliefs. Okay, so if I formed a habit right now of going every week, and I forced myself and I decided and I was really persistent and consistent with going climbing twice or once or twice a week, then I would probably become a person who, Kasha, who climbs every week, right? And that would be my part of my reality, right? That would be a norm for me, that would be unquestionable and non-negotiable thing that I go climbing every week, right? I mean, I used to. So the reason why I'm saying that is just because I'm considering going back to it. But what I mean is, if your habits are supporting your inner truth, your beliefs and your values, then you stand more chance of speeding up this process of cleansing yourself out of the old, right? Old consciousness. Well, let's say that in a consciousness of a person who smokes or who does, who has some habits that are non-supportive, right? Non-supportive to your value, because everybody's value number one is health, okay? Probably if it's not a number one value, then it's just on the top 10 list of top 10 values, right? Is health. And if you feel, and it often feels wrong to you, that you smoke or you do other damaging things to your body, but you do it regardless, then know that you are lying to yourself. You can tell yourself any lie. You can tell yourself that a cigarette is calming you down, or it's a nice break for you, or it's a me time, or whatever you lie to yourself, it doesn't change the fact that it's self-harm, okay? That's it. And the reason why your body can possibly be giving you some symptoms, if you for many years are damaging it, regardless of what lies you are telling yourself, what excuses you have, if you are not deciding that you are pulling out yourself out of this consciousness of a person who smokes or who does anything else that's damaging to yourself. I'm not saying that I don't have naughty habits. I don't say that I'm just like all perfect. I'm just saying that it's just a long-term process for yourself. Maybe not long-term, but it takes some time to get from one consciousness to another, because you have to start changing your thoughts. It's not you going to, in order for you to change consciousnesses. So pull yourself out of the reality of you as a smoker, for example, because that's what I did. That's how I quit smoking many years ago, okay? And I consider it norm right now for me not to be to be free of that habit. Okay, I mean, I feel great, I feel healthier, and I have more money thanks to that. And it's great because I don't have to think myself into smoking in order to get whatever cigarette was given me before, which was a break. Right, I only needed a break. So I could have as well, that's how I did it. I obviously swapped it for a healthy habit. So I was trying to do some push-ups or pull-ups on a bar, or make myself a cup of tea instead of going for a cigarette, because that was giving me a little break and a little me time and a little bit of a time for myself. So I can still have time for myself without having a cigarette. The reason why I quit was because I discovered why I was doing that. I really didn't need a cigarette. I needed time for myself. And I gave it to myself in a different way by using and doing different things, different to cigarette. And this is how it works with everything else. Basically, if you want to pull yourself out, why am I out of breath? today. I think that because it's such a controversial topic and so many people struggle with it, and I struggle with it as well. And it's also, I am a little bit stressed and anxious every time I open my mouth when it comes to energy and consciousness, because I'm already putting it forward. I'm already opening my mouth and telling the truth, how I see it, how it can be true to me only. It can be true. It can resonate with some people. It can, some other people can curse me and say like she's full of poo or whatever. Regardless of whatever people say or think about me, I still know that I am working my purpose. And the thing is that when you work your purpose and it's different to everybody else's, you obviously expose yourself and make yourself vulnerable. That's why it feels a little bit overwhelming and perhaps a little bit scary. That's why hence my out of breath sort of moment right now. Anyway, I was talking about the consciousness of you as a person who's got bad habits, and just for you to pull yourself out of this and put yourself into a consciousness of a person with good habits. There are changes that need to be done on levels that you can't really see. Okay, so it's not only your general focus during the day, the things that you see, the things you observe, the things that you register with your senses, because you obviously smell the smell of cigarette smoke. That can trigger your need, right? You can see other people having cigarettes, or because you just focus on this, because this is what your brain, what your mind's been trained to do for many, many years. And to unlearn this, to unlearn the habit, you need to train your mind into focusing on something completely different, something that serves you, something that's healthy, something that supports you, something that is serving. I think I said serving. So, so that's the thing. And then mind, obviously, is going to have to be worked on as well, because if you don't work on your mind, you stand tiny chance of quitting the fags, really. Even if you do, it's going to be a struggle, and you're going to, after a couple of years or so, even less if you're lucky, go back to smoking. Just because you didn't change your thinking. Okay, you need to obviously think of yourself as a person who's from now onwards free, and you need to make that decision that is conscious inside of you. So you basically decide you don't care how it's going to happen, you just quit smoking, because you, from now onwards, you are a person. I am Akasha, who's a non-smoker, and I just find this habit unnecessary in my life, and I just find this habit non-supportive. Therefore, I know why I wanted the habit. I know that why I use that habit. I know that I don't need it. I know that it was a feeling really that I was after. And the feeling that I needed and use cigarette for it, now I can use something else in order to get myself that feeling, because the feelings inside of you, you can create yourself. You don't need anything from the external in order to create feelings inside of you. This is the beauty of the consciousness and the reality that we live in, okay? I suppose this is it today on the consciousness level, on the consciousness topic. I hope it makes sense to you guys. It makes more than a lot of sense for me, because I can see that whatever cloud you are in right now, if there is something wrong, if there is something that's not working, if there's something that you want to change or need, or you feel you need to change, there is a chance for you, like a large one. Obviously, there no chance, it's guaranteed, but you need to decide on it. You need to obviously start thinking about yourself as a person who and hold the thoughts and beliefs of a person who is the opposite of who you are right now, if you want to change your reality, and work towards that goal. And then trust that this, one way or another, you're going to get there, okay? And without pushing yourself, without pressuring yourself, without making yourself feel like you really have to do it. It's just the same with losing your weight, right? If you are a person and your reality is that you are heavily overweight, okay, which is also a very difficult and touchy topic, because I had such problems with my weight for so many years. I could never get to my desired weight. And it's not even about your desired weight, it's about being content within your body. And no matter what size you are, you can get to the feeling of being content with your body. and then after you've already accepted it and you know how happy you are and how lucky you are to have it, then shape it into a way you want it, right? Without the pressure, without that push, without that killing yourself because you are not the way you should be. When you stop being conditioned, when you stop conditioning your being by what you look like, this is where you just get immense relief as well inside of you. And then obviously all excuses fall away. Then you're just like, right, okay, so I just want to work towards that perfect body that I want, because that's what I want. That's what I'm after, and I know I can get it, and it's going to happen for me sooner or later. I'm already, like we are laughing with my daughter, I'm already a slim person. A slim person who's had too many cookies. Okay, now I have to burn them off, okay, just to get myself to that slim person who's burned off those cookies. So it's great. I hope that it helps you out a little bit. If you feel like it adds value, my videos, they obviously have a content that I share, and I always have an urge to follow my heart and say whatever message needs to be channeled out. And whoever needs to hear this probably is listening to it right now. So if you feel like it added value, just give me a thumb up and share this video as well with whoever you feel like it could benefit. If someone is that is an energy geek, an energy freak, then yeah, go on and share it, because it's important for me so that more people know how we are designed as humans, how we've been programmed into thinking that we are very unworthy little creatures, when it's the other way around. It's on the contrary. And I would like everybody to know in the world, basically, that we create our reality with our thoughts, and everything is belief-based, okay? And every consciousness, every reality of every person is built based on what they're thinking on a daily basis, okay? That's why the habits of thinking are to be changed first, and then habits of physical world follow after, right? So that is it for today. I love you very much. Make sure that you have an amazing rest of the day, and obviously amazing rest of the week. Okay, hopefully we are getting into a very hot summer when we're going to be able to benefit our beautiful sunshine and get on those sun lounges, getting free vitamin D from sunshine, and enjoy the warmth and getting a good energy from our beautiful sun. Okay, you guys take care of yourselves. I love you loads. I am keeping my fingers crossed for everybody. If you feel recently, if you felt like you have been very tired, overwhelmed, emotional, anything that could be just potentially unexplainable in your behavior, or something's happening in your life right now that you have seemingly no control over, know that this is all happening for you in order to pull you out of the consciousness of the old, where you were scared, when you were feeling unsafe, when you were just sort of holding on to the things that you knew that they're not for you anymore. And allow it to happen, allow it to be, allow the life to work for you, so that you end up in the right place for you, because you are always in the right place. Okay, you take care of yourselves. Bye bye. Love you.